And that was something that I needed to overcome because when you're working with someone one on one, they're looking for you for direction. And that direction comes out of, anything that you do, you can't fear it. You have to embrace it. And so that was, my biggest thing was taking on all my fears. Public speaking was huge. I would make myself go do different events just so that I can overcome that public, talking and just letting it all flow. And like even right now, I'm impressed because I'm just talking,
Just having a
and
conversation.
before it was never like that. When it comes to no, go ahead. Were you going to
Comes
say
to,
that?
yeah, I was going to ask you. So, you started fitness and you're in fitness. Uh, what made you go digital? Like, before when COVID happened, people had to move online. You were already online.
I was already
You were
online.
already online. You were
Yes.
ahead of the game. I'm going to share a little secret. Fitness, Nikki is our secret weapon over here in our household. My husband and I lost over 25 pounds
And
uh,
looking good.
and looking good. Well, we found that we were sitting on the couch during COVID, and when we couldn't get outside because of the fires in California, oh my goodness, we couldn't get out of our houses to walk or exercise for like weeks. And we were sitting on the couch eating ice cream, and we were just putting on the pounds, right, fat and happy. And then in December, I'm like, let's get a fitness coach. We gotta turn this around.
Right.
Coaches need coaches, right?
Right.
So I'm a coach, but I needed a fitness coach to help me turn things around. And I reached out to Nikki.
Yes.
I knew her because I was speaking at an event, and I met her at this event. It turned out I knew her family. She's from Sacramento. I'm from Sacramento, but I met her at this event, and so I knew of her, and then I knew people who had worked with her before. But she was the first person I reached out to, and I had this idea in my head that she would come to my garage at COVID time, and she would work. She would work out there.
Right.
And she's like, oh no,
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 no.
no, no, we're not doing that. See, let me tell you about my program. And so please tell everyone a little bit about your program, and I will supplement because I know about your program.
Well, it is the best thing with personal training for over 25 years, going to the gym. I mean, that's out with the old, in with the new. Zoom was the best thing ever that happened. I was able to target way more people, have people who are on the East Coast, LA, South Carolina. We're all over, and we can I can target way more people, and it just allows me to help everyone everywhere. And so, my program, we do group training. It's 30 minutes a day on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you sign in. There's two classes. You sign in, you join.
Online, you sign in online.
Online on Zoom.
Yeah.
No one can see you, but everyone can see me. And so I think that's a fear of everyone, is that, oh, I don't want everyone looking at me. Well, no one's going to see you, but you'll be able to see me. I can see you. I can see exactly what you're doing. I can correct your form. I can do everything that I would do if I was meeting you right there in the gym or at your house. And so it just made everything amazing. It opened up so many doors and it made life easy. I didn't have to travel anywhere. I could do it at the comfort of my home. I can get to more people. It's just a wonderful transition.
Well, thank you. You know what I found delightful about your program? Well, I'm a techie. I like a lot of data. And so we put on these heart rate monitors. Used to have one that goes here, but this one goes around my wrist, around my arm. And she can see your heart rate while you're working out because she has an app.
Right.
She's a Nicci T app, and so she can see your heart rate monitor. And sometimes she'll flash up the whole class's heart rate to show that, hey, you're all in zone, right? And I used to walk all the time in the neighborhood, but it wasn't until I walked with a heart rate monitor that I knew I was burning the calories, right? Because I used to be leisurely walking as opposed to really walking to burn some calories. The other thing I love about the data is
Keeps you accountable.
it keeps you accountable, but she has a scale that we purchased. It was only $50, but when it's hooked up to the app, and when you stand on the scale, your weight gets automatically uploaded to her app, so she knows how much you weigh. We weigh in, I weigh in every week, but some
Right.
people don't, but that's okay. Um, but she has that tracking. That scale tracks your weight, your water, and your muscle.
And
So
percent body fat.
and percent body fat. So
Mhm.
you're able to see your muscle grow and your body fat diminish over time without tracking all of that yourself. It just automatically gets tracked and on the app for you to see. And there's a scale where you can see your weight coming down. And so and there's a little leaderboard if you care about that kind of thing,
Yeah.
who's getting their minutes in every day in terms of exercising, and then we try to
And
get
who's leading the minutes?
who's
You know,
leading the
how
minutes.
many minutes you had. It's just very challenging. The app is really wonderful because it's my eyes for you. I can't be there with you, but through the app, I'm able to see everything that you do. I'm able to see your weight, like Gail said. I'm able to see the food that you eat because you're constantly, instead of writing it down, you're taking a picture of it and you're sending it through the app. That way I can see what you're eating. Would you rate yourself on how that meal was? I'm able to see your body composition. You take actually take monthly pictures, and that way you can see the progress that you've made in your body. A lot of times people can't see it, but when you take the pictures, you get to see it. It takes your measurements. It is really accountable for every little thing that you do, and it helps me see what you're doing. That way, when we meet once a month, I'm able to go over the statistics and talk to you about what you can either do to improve or what you can do to maintain. So it's a wonderful app. It's a wonderful program. The whole setup is great. I love it. It
Yeah.
makes it really easy for me to keep you on track from a distance. I don't have to be there, but yet I'm there.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly texting you guys and keeping up where you at. Are you okay? Did everything go all right? And it's just a really good program.
It is a great program. I will say that we have enjoyed. And now that we've reached our goal weight, we're still in the program because we want to increase our muscle and
That's
our
right.
muscle tone. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a little definition coming in here.
Yes,
I've got some
yes.
definition coming in. It's going to get better. I'm going after, who's that famous? It's not Angela Bassett. I can't think of her, but I saw this actress online and her biceps. I'm like, oh, I want some biceps like that, right?
Right.
So I'm
So
going
now
after
she has
it.
new goals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going after
She conquered her weight loss
Yeah.
goal, and now she's got goals for muscle tone. And so her and Ernest are doing amazing. She looks sexy. She looks hot. And the girl looks good. She looks great. She does.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Ernest was your first male.
Ernest was the first male.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, do you expect to have more men, or
We shall see.
We shall see,
It's all up to who reaches out.
yeah,
But I will accept men in the program. Most of the people that I have in the program are women, but I don't discriminate. Anyone can join.
right?
Anyone can join.
Yeah. So I was talking to Stacy, my social media intern,
Mhm.
and she was talking to me a little bit about the student population and how their challenges with nutrition. You can't, if you eat well, it's more
Right.
expensive to eat well.
Right.
And they don't have a lot of money. They don't have money to go to the gym. And so, what insights do you have for folks that may not have the money to eat?
To eat.
Yeah, well,
Well, the key about eating, if you think about our bodies as a car, a vehicle, you wouldn't put food in a vehicle, right? Because it needs gasoline to run on. You wouldn't put sugar, you wouldn't put anything in that gas tank except the fuel that it needs to run well. There's no exceptions, right? But as humans, we make exceptions all the time.
right.
We need more fruits, more vegetables in our body. Yes, we can eat meat, protein, very sparingly, but we need more fruits and vegetables to really run at our most optimal state,
Right.
to get longevity out of life, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to, well, it's too expensive to eat healthier, the trade-off is when you do eat healthier, when you do eat more fruits and vegetables, it doesn't require a lot. Your body doesn't want a lot. When we eat more processed junk food, our body wants more and more because it's signaling the body that I'm hungry still. It never satisfies that hunger. So therefore you spend a lot of money eating processed food, but at the same time you eat less of fruits and vegetables. So it kind of balances itself out. So even though you think you spend more on the good stuff, you eat less. So you can actually spend the money on the fruits and vegetables, and it's very satiating. You know, you don't have to worry about overeating or spending too much, and you can eat more live foods that are not tampered with at all by man. So, and as far as going to the gym, you can work out at home. Yeah. You can go out and walk. Just go walk. Just as long as you're moving, you can do lunges, squats, all that stuff at home. So you don't really need a gym.
Now I understand you created something special just for our audience today.
I did. I have a book that I posted on my website, NicciT.com. And if you go to shop, there's a book that you can get. It's evidence-based healthy tips, and it's free. While we are on right now with Gayle, right. I am opening it up to download it for free. That way you can get all the tips that you need. And then anything after that, if you want to continue on and work with me, then you can sign up right online. NicciT.com, NICCIT.com, which I think is on the screen there.
Yeah, it's been fun. I do like data, and so it's been fun with all of the daily challenge to get the 10,000 steps in.
Right.
Also, nutrition was big when we could meet with you, every other week to talk about nutrition.
Right.
So that all helped to get us on track, right? Mm-hmm. So really appreciate what you contribute to our community. I met Nicci T at a conference, and I was talking about the state of Black women's health at that conference. And at that time, I don't know, it was probably 4 years ago.
It was about
4 years ago. Yeah, wow. I had read a report that said 80% of Black women were overweight. Mm-hmm. And that was just shocking to me. And I wanted to make sure we were paying attention to our health. And I was talking about health at that conference. And I sat right next to Nicci T. And she told me she was a personal trainer. And I said, you need to be up here talking about health. How does it feel to be sitting here when you know more about health than I do? And I'm up there talking about health, right? So, God brings the right people across your path. He really does. Yeah. And then when I needed a coach, I knew exactly who to go to, right? We meet people all the time, and we need to stay connected to people. Right? As a community, we need to reach back for each other. When we need somebody, don't go get somebody new. I already knew Nicci, right? Don't go looking in the yellow pages to see who else is out there. No, I knew she did a great job. I also know that you took your group on a big trip.
Yes, we go on a yearly trip. Right before COVID. We were supposed to go on a trip right when COVID hit, but we went on a cruise, and that was the funnest thing I could have ever done. I'm so happy that we started this program of meeting annually to go on a trip, because it really bonded all the ladies. It got them out of their comfort, or they got into a comfort zone of opening up, having fun, and that's what I like. It's a community. So my program isn't just fitness; it's a community of women. One man, Ernest, who get together and are able to open up and feel safe. It's like your safe zone. One thing about my program is I really emphasize that it's not the food, it's not the fitness, it's the mentality. You really have to have it up here first, that you want it. And once you want it, you just put one foot in front of the other. You don't worry about, I haven't lost this, or I need to do that. It's just putting one foot in front of the other, showing up every day, and little tiny steps to your big transformation. And so what people don't realize is we don't change overnight. We change over time. And if you keep the mentality of, I am going to be here, already looking at this is where my end game is, then you start to transform your body into that person before you even take that first move. It's all starts in the mind.
I love that. Mindset is so important. As a coach, I recognize that as well. You mentioned community, and that is really where I want to be. That's my pivot this year is to create a community of women who would support each other as we
Right?
negotiate all the challenges that we talked about in corporate America, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get ahead, trying to be seen, uh, and trying to be heard and acknowledged and approved. You know, you have your work being acknowledged and promoted at the same rate as men,
Right.
paid at the same rate as men. So, you know, we are a community and we need to help each other. So, Nicci, I just really appreciate you. I've so enjoyed your program. I have exceeded my weight loss goals. I had weight loss goals. I'm
Yes.
beyond my weight loss goals. And it was fun and it was fun to do. And it had a lot of, it was easier with Ernest because then I
Yes.
didn't have somebody
Yes.
sabotaging my efforts
Right.
at
Right.
night, like asking for pizza or something.
And that's important. When you have
Yes.
that connection at home,
Yes.
that that makes it even better.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about your husband or your kids
Kids.
saying,
Yeah.
"Well, I don't want to eat that. Oh, we got to eat that again." Or
Right.
you have the support of your husband, so that makes it even easier. And you guys are amazing. This is
Aw.
my first couple, and you guys did wonderful. I mean, there was
Aw,
it
thank
was
you.
goal after goal. You're hitting everything, and you
Thank
did it. It
Yeah.
was so easy working with you guys
Yeah.
because you had each other to support.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it makes a big difference.
Makes a difference.
Yeah.
Makes a
And
difference.
again, she looks hot,
Ah!
sexy. Look at this girl.
No, not
Look
me.
at it.
Not me. Not me.
And that's what you want. You want to build a community of like-minded people, and definitely Gail is like-minded.
Oh, thank
And
you
so
so much. Thank
you're
you for being
welcome.
on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Anything else you want to let our viewers know?
Again, just remember, it all starts in the mind. It's
Yeah.
what you think about yourself is what you represent on the outside. So if you think that you look bad or act bad or whatever you're thinking negative, it really represents itself on the outside. So think abundantly and think change and think about who you want to be, and that person starts to transform without you even doing anything.
Before I let you go, are there any questions from the audience that we need to know about or we need to address? No questions. Okay.
Nice.
No questions. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.